Well, as you can see, the back of the TVR is all back together now. Wheels are back on, diffs back in, everything's been done at that end. So as I was promising myself, it's time to move up to the front and remove all the front wishbones now, exactly the same as I did at the back. So for those of you who'd like to see how the TVR front suspension and wishbones and everything goes together, then this is it really. Just the same as the back. Top wishbone is held together, or held to the car, with just 4 bolts, one there, one at the back there, and then 2 at the front here. And this again adjusts the camber for the front wheel by these holes are slotted, so this this whole hub moves in and outwards like that, and that adjusts the front camber. So that's the top wishbone. The bottom wishbone very much the same. It's held on at the bottom there in that corner, and over in that corner there, and then again there's a bottom ball joint which you can see just behind the diff here. There's the track rod arm, and then the bottom ball joint is just behind the disc there. So what I'm going to do now is take that whole corner off. I've loosened all the bolts off, the disc, the caliper, everything basically, the front suspension, that's the top bolt for the front suspension unit. I've left the bottom one on because it's quite awkward to get at whilst on the car. So there we go. So I'm just going to pull that to pieces and then I'll show you the results. So first things first, the disc is going to be removed and the caliper. So that's the bolts from there out. Quite simple to just lift that off and then just rest it on the wishbone so that it doesn't strain the cable. The disc is going to be replaced anyway. We've got the top ball joint bolts there. 1, 2, they're out. And, there's actually a spacer in there as well, so that's off. And then for the bottom track rod arm, I prefer to use this type of clamp to remove it. A lot of people use the ones with like a fork that you put in there and then you hit it hard with a hammer and it splits this joint. I'm not very keen on those because I think they put quite a bit of strain on the wishbones, so I'm not very keen on using that type. I prefer to use this type if I can get it fitted. And split that ball joint. This way. I need a socket for that. Gone. So let's push the bottom track rod arm out, the top links out, so all we have to do now is pull the bolts out and the whole thing should just come away. There we have it. That's the top wishbone removed. As you can see, it's pretty good condition. Just needs a good clean and a bit of rust treatment and some new bushes, the same as at the back there, and then that will be refitted. So that's that one. The bottom one's a little bit more tricky because there's a bit more weight attached to it but it will come off one way or another. Some of these bolts putting up a little bit of a fight, but they're going to go one way or the other. That's the top shock bolt. And then that's not what to do now, just this bottom ball joint. Bolt to undo, and then it should come free. Well, that's the bottom wishbone now undone and ready for removal. So, need to pull it out of the lugs on the chassis. That's it. I've got the whole bottom wishbone off with the hub, which can be separated later, and the shock absorber as well. Oh, that is it. Oh, job done. So if you just like to see in there now, you can see that's what we end up with. Just the track rod arm left and the anti-roll bar there, the anti-roll bar link as well, so I'll probably take all that off as well and clean and paint and so on, so make sure we do a proper job. And that's how to remove the front end of a TVR Griffith. Thank you.